Right now at 6, a warning from police tonight as thieves continue to make off with guns and ammunition stolen out of unlocked cars. And a fire causes hundreds of thousands of dollars to a Fitchburg home. An update from the scene straight ahead.
This is News 3 at 6.
Thanks for joining us. Eric is off tonight. After taking a couple of days off, the heat and humidity are back, and it's going to get hotter tomorrow for the 4th of July holiday. Let's start by heading over to the Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has our first alert forecast. So how hot are we talking here, Gary?
Well, Charlotte, hot enough to be dangerous for some people. Let's start out by taking a look at a heat advisory that's in effect for the western part of our viewing area. This runs from noon until 8 p.m. tomorrow for areas west of Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells line. We have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow for high temperatures around 90, but the heat index will be from 95 to 100, and a few places could exceed that 100-degree mark. There's also a chance for some thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night that could play havoc with some of the 4th of July fireworks displays as well as some of the outdoor activities. Visible cloud track shows plenty of sunshine for southern Wisconsin right now. Thunderstorms are pretty much confined to areas south and east of Wisconsin or to the north and west. Temperatures right now are in the middle to upper 80s. Milwaukee, the cooler spot at 83. It's 85 in Madison, but La Crosse is just shy of 90 at 89. But you factor in the humidity, and it feels like it's about 90 degrees over much of southwestern Wisconsin. Again, these readings will be about 10 degrees warmer for tomorrow. Look for temperatures to only drop into the lower 70s by early tomorrow morning. Then look for partly sunny skies tomorrow with a high of 90, heat index 95 to 100, and a chance for some showers and thunderstorms later in the afternoon into tomorrow night. Quick look at first alert traffic. Still some delays on the Beltline in both directions between John Nolan Drive and Todd Drive, but the delays have really improved in that vicinity. Interstates heading out of Madison day before the 4th of July looking pretty good. I-39/90 down to Beloit, I-94 toward Milwaukee, and US 12 into Walworth County running around the posted speed limits. US 151 into northeastern Wisconsin, as well as I-90/94 through the Dells and up toward Toma, and I-39 into central Wisconsin. Also, no problems there. That's your first alert traffic.
Thank you, Gary. And if you are away from your TV this 4th of July, check out the Channel 3000 weather app. It is free and includes our up-to-the-minute 12-hour and 10-day forecast on the go. Just search Channel 3000 in the App Store. New at 6, a simple yet important message today from the Madison Police Department. Lock your doors. Keely Arthur is live to explain why that message is vital.
Charlotte, people need to use their brains and their keys and lock their car doors because when they don't, valuables like money, cell phones, and worst of all, guns get stolen. And that's exactly what happened this past weekend. Now, 2 guns with ammunition were stolen from 2 different blocks on Madison's west side, one near Old Sauk Road. We spoke with the captain of the West District. He says there are now 2 more guns that should not be in the hands of criminals.
Some people might not think it's that big a deal, but to us it's a huge deal because at some point that gun is going to be used, whether it's shooting in the air, whether it's intimidating someone, whether it's shooting at someone, or perhaps even being used in a homicide.
Well, it's not illegal to leave your gun in your car. Police say if you do own a firearm, it should be locked in your home in a very secure location. Of course, Madison is not the only place where this is happening. There was a very similar situation in Verona just a few days ago. So make sure anyone, wherever you're watching this right now, go out, make sure your car door is locked. We actually had a neighbor in this area come out and ask us what we were doing out here. We explained the story, and he said, I have my car door unlocked, and he locked it. So Go and do that. Back to you, Charlotte.
All right, Keely Arthur reporting live tonight from the west side. Keely, thank you. Police in Milwaukee are looking for the family of an infant who was found in a car seat on the side of the road. The child is estimated to be between 4 and 6 months old. He was found around 2:30 in the morning in the area of North Sherman Boulevard and West Hampton Avenue. The child is described as a white male, about 20 pounds, wearing a gray Mickey Mouse t-shirt. He was found in a black and gray car seat. A Madison man, 31-year-old Corey Ivy, is accused of trying to extort money from another man charged in a serious kidnapping and a sexual assault case. Ivy made his preliminary appearance in Dane County Court today. This is all linked to the March incident where an auto shop owner, Matthew Levin, is accused of picking up a woman from the east side and drove her to his business in Monona where he sexually assaulted her. A criminal complaint says Ivy told Levin and a private investigator that he was close to the alleged victim and could make the case go away for $50,000. A Fitchburg family is working to pick up the pieces today after a fire destroyed their home. Amy Reed talked with one of their neighbors who really shows us this family is surrounded by people who care.
I ran out of the house. The fire trucks were already here. They were pouring water from every direction onto it.
Firefighters did all they could.
We do not have a cause or the origin at this time
to save this home.
We do know that the ceiling, the roof structure is damaged to the point where extensive repair will be needed.
While the neighbors,
first level floor,
watched.
They hit a great big ladder truck and hitting it from on top.
Knowing the firefighters would do all they can.
I just went to lunch. I wasn't really concerned about my house catching fire because the fire chief is parked right in my driveway.
To keep them safe too.
So I felt pretty safe.
The home, still full of belongings, is empty of people, thanks to the quick thinking of the two girls home alone when the fire started.
At some point when you realize that the fire has grown past your ability to fight it with an extinguisher, then you really have one option, and that's to get out.
They'll be out for a while. Crews don't know what started it, but they know it will keep the family somewhere else. But neighbors hope it's not too far.
I offered my house to them to live in.
He knows they probably have other options, but
it's just me.
He still wants to help.
In that big house.
Because that's what neighbors do.
If they lived in my house, they could still do all that kind of stuff and kind of maybe somehow get back to normal, if that's possible. But they're good people. They really are.
Amy Reed, WISC News 3.
Fitchburg's fire chief said damage right now looks like more than $200,000. They haven't said what caused the fire. We will, of course, let you know when we know more. 5 people were rescued from a sinking boat in Green Lake County this weekend. The sheriff's department says it happened around 3:15 Sunday afternoon on the waters of Big Green Lake. The 3 men and 2 women who had been on board the boat were uninjured. The Wisconsin Department of Revenue says it has received nearly 560,000 claims for Governor Walker's new $100 per child tax credit. The deadline to apply was last night at midnight. Democrats have accused the governor of setting up the rebate and a 5-day sales tax holiday in August as nothing more than election year bribes. 9 University of Wisconsin-Madison law students are preparing for a trip to Dilley, Texas next month to represent immigrants being held in a family detention center. Amanda Quintana is in studio with more on how they plan to help.
Yes, Charlotte. Well, the group of students involved in the Latino Law Student Association and Immigrant Justice Clinic will prepare immigrants being held near the border for their deportation hearings. Now, this could involve helping them apply for relief from detention or for asylum. Immigrants, including unaccompanied children, are not given a government attorney to represent them. And here in Dane County, law students have been able to do pro bono work through the Immigrant Justice Clinic, but there's still a lack of resources.
Statistics show that if you have an attorney, as I said before, you are more likely to be successful and you don't have to face a system that is intimidating or, as you've seen in the news, 3-year-olds representing themselves in front of an immigration judge. That should never happen. It's shameful.
Erin Barbato says after seeing the change in attitude toward immigrants, more and more law students are deciding to be immigration attorneys, and they're eager to get involved and help people before they graduate. Now, those 9 students will drive to Dilley, Texas next month and stay for a week. The hope is that they bring the skills they learn back to Wisconsin, where there's an increasing need for attorneys to defend people in deportation proceedings.
Amanda Quintana reporting. Amanda, thank you. Still ahead tonight, one of the worst years for mosquitoes backed up by data. And a reminder for pet owners this 4th of July, recommendations from the experts ahead at 6. Welcome back. If you think it's been a bad year for mosquitoes, you are right, and it is backed up by data. Scientists say it's one of the worst mosquito seasons in years with all of the heavy rain and hot temperatures we've had recently. But experts say there are ways to get rid of them. Pest control services like Quick Kill can help.
Not necessarily treating full lawn applications, but rather focusing on the trees and the shrubs going around the home, under low-lying decks. That's going to be the areas that the mosquitoes want to be in their breeding sites and their harborage sites. So we're going to focus on those to eliminate them at their source.
She says mosquitoes like standing water, so staying away from those areas will help. More pets run away from home over the 4th of July holiday than any other time of the year. Local dog trainers want to remind pet owners that before the fireworks displays this week, you might need to take some extra precautions to protect your beloved dogs and cats. Rose Schmidt spoke to a local family who says this week is the worst time of year for their dog.
Hi, Charlotte. A woman from Oregon told me that playing music, using essential oils, and medication are some of the only things that get her dog through this holiday week. Scheduled fireworks shows are easier to manage because she can prepare ahead of time. But if you plan on setting off firecrackers this week unexpectedly, she has a message for you. It may not look like it now, but Buddy is afraid of pretty much everything.
He would just go into a frenzy, barking and lunging on the end of his leash, seeing somebody, I said 50 yards away they could be, or even hearing something over in the next block.
So for a dog with tons of phobias, you can only imagine how he reacted to last year's 4th of July display.
He tried to catapult himself through the wall, just digging and trying to bang into the wall, or he would try to get behind our TV, which is a very narrow space.
Krista DeBellis and her husband rescued Buddy in 2016, becoming his 4th owners.
We realized this dog will never fit into our life, never. So we need to fit into his life.
After months of training Buddy, Krista now understands what her dog needs.
We wanted this to be, his sanctuary, his safe zone is here.
But she still can't take him on walks through her Oregon neighborhood.
Away from here, he's still a basket case.
But on the opposite end of the spectrum are hunting dogs like Chloe.
Fireworks? You love fireworks.
This is Wisconsin. We have a lot of people that have hunting dogs. Sometimes those dogs can get a little queued up because of that.
If your pet does get scared during fireworks or even thunderstorms, there are some things you can do.
Playing some music, soothing music, or something on the TV that can help drown out the sound outside. Maybe putting them in the basement where there's less noise as well.
But be mindful that just because your pets are okay, doesn't mean everyone's are.
Your neighbors may have a dog like this, and you may be, lighting fireworks and thinking, oh, this is fun, not knowing that next door or across the street, there's a dog in there who's really, really suffering.
If you're going to watch fireworks tomorrow night, experts recommend leaving your pets at home. And if they do go missing from the fireworks shows, leave out their favorite blanket, food, and water. Do not try to call out or whistle. Let them relax and come back to you on their own.
Good advice. Rose Schmidt reporting tonight. Rose, thank you. And when it comes to fireworks, which ones are legal to shoot off this 4th of July holiday? A good rule of thumb to remember next at 6.
And our 4th of July holiday will be as hot as a firecracker with high temperatures around 90 and heat index values between 95 and 100. I'll have your first look forecast in just a few minutes.
Seeing more fireworks going off tonight and tomorrow, but police say a lot of that is illegal. The state says a good rule to remember is if it explodes or leaves the ground, you need a permit to light it and even own it in Wisconsin. Phantom Fireworks says the bigger items they sell can usually only be bought but not legally used in the state.
The good rule of thumb is if it's a caution sign on the firework item that typically you won't need a permit and they're pretty much safe to light off for the 4th of July holiday.
Items with a warning sign instead of caution generally require a permit from the city you want to light them in. Breaking the law can cost up to $10,000 or 9 months in jail. The advice from the experts: watch a professional display. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is here with a look at your holiday forecast.
You know, it's that time of year when you have some beautiful fireworks displays. A lot of people like to take pictures of them. Well, we're pleased to announce that we're starting to accept photos for our 2019 Wisconsin weather calendar. So if you have some good weather-related pictures, fireworks displays, as long as they're in Wisconsin, send them as high resolution as you can to weathercalendar@WISC-TV.com. They need to be in by the end of August, but we'll be accepting pictures again for next year's weather calendar. So that's some good news there. 4th of July fireworks display, well, there will be some thunderstorms around. Who gets them at any point during the evening? Very tough to say, but temperatures will generally be in the mid-80s early in the evening, dropping to just below 80 by probably the time the fireworks are over. Look for a high temperature of 90 for tomorrow with the heat index from 95 to 100, so an alert day remains in the forecast. Also will be some scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. High temperatures tomorrow, up around 90 in Madison, but even statewide. If you're going up north, those temperatures still just a couple degrees cooler than they'll be here in Madison. And then you factor in the humidity, and heat index values will be well into the 90s or in some cases in the triple digits statewide. And even overnight tomorrow night, because of the muggy conditions, the heat index will stay around 80 through the overnight hours. And then on Thursday, look for heat index values in the upper 80s to lower 90s, but a cold front will come through, and that should put at least a temporary end to the heat and humidity. However, an excessive or a heat advisory is in effect for much of southwestern Wisconsin, southeastern Minnesota, eastern Iowa, and northern Illinois. Nothing nearby thunderstorm or shower-wise to break the heat. A few of these thunderstorms, as they drift northward, could catch us tomorrow afternoon. The better chances for thunderstorms will occur to our north and west tomorrow night. In fact, a slight risk of severe thunderstorms over northwestern Wisconsin and a marginal risk down to the Madison area. Those storms will be weakening as they reach us probably after the fireworks displays tomorrow night. Clear skies on the Edgewater Skycam. High today 86, the low 61, and right now we're sitting at 85 degrees, but it feels like 87 thanks to humidity that's still above the 50% mark. Our forecast for tonight calls for a low of 71 degrees, very mild and muggy, maybe some patchy fog overnight. Tomorrow's high temperature at 90, hot and humid, heat index 95 to 100, and maybe some afternoon thunderstorms. Future track, quiet for tonight, quiet for much of the day tomorrow, and then watch these pop-up showers and thunderstorms. You can see the coverage on them. They'll become more numerous a little bit later on tomorrow night, and then those will clear out early on Thursday. Temperatures on Thursday will still be in the mid to upper 80s, but after that, we'll see a break in the heat and humidity. Temperatures lower 80s for the end of the week with less humidity, and then back into the upper 80s with some thunderstorm chances about the middle of next week.
Well, Packers running back Aaron Jones responding after the NFL suspends him for 2 games. We'll show you what he had to say. That's next in sports. Well, the NFL handing out 3 suspensions today. One of them, Packers running back Aaron Jones. He'll be out for the first 2 games of the 2018 regular season, but he will be allowed to play in all 4 preseason games. Now, Jones was stopped on October 1st of last year and pleaded no contest to a marijuana-related charge in February. Now, he was the team's 2nd leading rusher last season. That was also his rookie year, for a total of 448 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, he did apologize on Twitter around 3 o'clock this afternoon, saying in part that he accepts responsibility for his actions and that he has let down his family, teammates, coaches, and Packers front office, fans, and also the communities of the University of Texas, El Paso, where he played in college, as well as Green Bay. Now, he promised that it would never happen again. The Brewers in an afternoon affair against the Twins, and here's a sign of the times. The game was not broadcast on TV, but on Facebook. It's part of the MLB's digital-only national broadcast schedule, one of 25 this season. No score in this one until the 5th inning. Eric Thames will send that ball out to right field for the 2-run home run. That was the only scoring of the game. Junior Guerra only giving up 2 hits in 5 innings, striking out 8. Brewers win 2-0. This is the team's 50th win. They are the first team in the National League to accomplish that feat. Now, this lifelong Cubs fan celebrating his 80th birthday at Wrigley, hoping the Cubs get a win for him today. Tigers up 3-0, but the Cubs coming alive late in the game. 7th inning here. Runners on the corners. Rizzo safe at first. Jason Hayward scoring the go-ahead run. 4-3 Cubs. 8th inning now. Kyle Schwarber lining that one deep to right center and over the fence. Solo shot for some insurance. His 17th home run of the season. Cubs win 5-3. Another intense day in the World Cup. England and Colombia for a her career. She lost to fellow Russian Vitalia Didachenko in 3 sets, 2 of which went to tiebreakers. Up until now, Sharapova was 13-0 in first-round matches at the All-England Club. The 31-year-old last won Wimbledon in 2004. It's an American tradition. This one always makes me cringe. My stomach churns. The 4th of July, Nathan's hot dog eating contest in Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York tomorrow. And putting his title to the test tomorrow, defending champion Joey Chestnut. But first, got to weigh in today. 216 pounds for him. Chestnut looking for his 3rd straight title and 11th overall. Oh, I'm getting nauseous now. Let's move on. And finally, tonight, the city of Cleveland wasting no time saying peace out to LeBron James, as evidenced by the removal of this iconic banner that hangs in downtown Cleveland. Now, in case you didn't know, LeBron is heading to the Lakers for a 4-year deal worth $155 million. He's an Akron, Ohio native, spends a lot of time and money giving back to his hometown, though. Now, as for the building, the company says that owns it says that they are, quote, evaluating other options for the wall. So maybe, I don't know, someone else step up. Kevin Love, someone else become like a big star there. Maybe they'll put you on the wall.
$155 million?
Casual, very casual $155 million.
We just find that on our couch every day.
Yeah, pocket change, I'm sure. Well, we've got heat advisory in effect from noon until 8 tomorrow for areas west of Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells line. Otherwise, look for temperatures that will remain around 90 for tomorrow and mid-80s for Thursday, then a break from the heat and humidity for the weekend, and then back into the mid to upper 80s next week.
All right, thank you, Gary. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.